have learnt in previous classes about the properties of natural numbers, whole numbers, integers. Now let's learn about rational numbers also. So previous classes we have discussed, let's recall, closure property, commutative property, associative property, distributive property. These are the four properties we are going to discuss now. The closure property is nothing but we'll take any two numbers and add them and get a number, and we call it the closure property. If we get the same number what we have taken from that, the set of numbers, and then we say the closure property is applicable on the particular set of numbers. For example, if we take 1 and 2 and add them, we get 3. So if we add two natural numbers and add them, we get again a natural number. So the closure property of addition on the natural numbers, it's applicable. We say earlier classes we have discussed the same thing. So similarly we will apply the subtraction between the two numbers. Let's see, 1 minus 2 is equal to minus 1. But if we take 2 minus 1, it is 1. In that case, it is possible, but we reverse the digits of the numbers. That is 1 minus 2. It's not possible. It's minus 1. The reason is 2 are natural numbers. We subtracted them. We got an integer, we got a natural number. So the closure property is not applicable on subtraction over natural numbers. So what we say, only in this case it is possible. Only in this case it is not possible. Some of the cases it is possible. And we say overall it is not possible. It is possible only for particular numbers, some of the numbers, which is first number is greater, second number is less. That only the closure property is applicable. Actually we don't say it's applicable. When we say it is applicable, it will satisfy all the numbers, all the set of numbers, even in any pattern, in any pattern we take the numbers and mix together same the set of numbers, that is natural number only, then that particular case only we say that it's applicable. So closure property of subtraction, the natural numbers it's not possible because 1 minus 2 is minus 1. If we take multiplication, 1 into 2 is 2, 2 into 1 is also 2. So when we reverse both the numbers, we are getting the same result. And here the first case also 2 plus 1 is 3 only. So it's possible. And first multiplication of closure property of multiplication on natural numbers it's applicable. Of natural numbers it's applicable. So let's see the division. 1 divided by 2 is 0.5. Or 1 by 2 only, it's a fraction, and it is a fraction. If we take 1 by 2, it's 1 by 2 itself, we cannot divide, but if we are going to divide in decimal places, we get 0.5. So what we see, two natural numbers we have taken divided, we got a decimal number which is not a natural number. So closure property of division of natural numbers, closure property of division of natural numbers, it's not applicable because we got a decimal number. So what we understood from here is, first one is applicable, addition of natural numbers on closure property. Subtraction is not possible, and multiplication is possible and division is not possible. Multiplication is possible, division is not possible. So we have taken a cross mark. So to avoid confusion, we have taken multiplication, and this is multiplication only. It's looking like multiplication. So let's write different form, and we'll write yes and no. Then it will be easy for us to identify S and no, and it is yes. It's possible. This third one, fourth one, it's not possible. So what we understood from here is closure property of addition. On natural numbers it's possible, yes. Subtraction is not possible, multiplication is possible, and division is not possible. This is the thing, we have completed only one part of it. So natural numbers, let's go for whole numbers. Closure property of whole numbers. If we take any whole number and we add them, we getting the whole number only same as it is. So it's yes, it's possible. It's possible. And property of subtraction, it's not possible because if we take that 1 minus 0, 0 minus 1, it's not satisfied. So subtraction 1 minus 0 and 0 minus 1, it's not possible. When we divide 0 minus 1, when we subtract both the values, we getting minus 1, so it's not possible. So it's no. And multiplication, yes, it's possible. And division, it's not possible. As how it is in the form of how we have taken examples for natural numbers, we'll take the same examples, then we'll get the same thing. Yes, for addition it's yes, of whole numbers, subtraction no for whole numbers, and multiplication is yes, and division it's not possible, no. So integers, let's go to the integers. When we add two integers, we'll be getting integers only. Yes, it's possible because we take minus 1 minus 2, minus 1 minus 2, and then we'll be getting minus 3. So an integer is possible, and subtract them also it's possible because 1 minus 3 is minus 2. So when we subtract them, we are getting the same integer. So it says possible. Yes, we have written. And multiplication, yes. And division, it's not possible because we take an integer, in particular case minus 3 divided by minus 2, and it's 1.5. It's not possible. So then we have taken two integers, minus 3 divided by minus 2. We'll be getting minus minus we cancel, then 3 by 2 is 1.5. So it's not possible. We got a decimal place, and as we got the decimal place, and here we need to get the integer. So it's not possible. No, let's try that. So because it's not possible. So the rational numbers, we have discussed about the rational numbers, the number which is in the form of p by q, and where q not equals to 0. Let's write here p by q, where q not equals to 0. It's called as rational number. So we can take any one of the fraction and add them, and we need to get a rational number only. So if we take any rational number and then add them, we get a rational number. For example, 1 by 2 plus 3 by 2 is also equal to 4 by 2 is 2. It's a rational number, so it's possible. So let's write yes there. So yes, rational numbers is possible. And when we subtract them, the similar manner is possible. Yes. And multiplication is also possible. And division, let's take the division. It's 1 by 2 divided by 1 by 2. This is nothing but 1. So we get 1 as a result, and 1 is also rational number. Let's write an example, 1 by 2. For example, 1 by 2, 3 by 2. So 1 by 2 into 2 by 3 get cancelled, and 1 by 3. 1 by 3 is also a rational number. So in this form, when we divide two rational numbers, we're getting the same rational number. So division of rational numbers is possible. Division of rational numbers, it's possible. Closure property of division of rational numbers, it's possible. So we have written yes. So until now we have completed only closure property of natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, and rational. So let's go to the next property, commutator property. Commutator property on natural numbers. We know that the commutator property is nothing but we'll take two numbers, and on the addition we'll add the two numbers, and then we replace the numbers of their places, and then we see the both the values which are equal. If these are equal, then we say commutative property of natural number is applicable on addition. This is, let us take 1 and 2, 1 plus 2, and when we replace these values of 1 and 2, it becomes 2 plus 1. 1 plus 2 and 2 plus 1, we have replaced their values, that is, replace the numbers that, let's recall. So here we have taken two numbers and then we replace their values. We replace their places, that is 1 plus 2 and 2 plus 1. We have replaced them. Then 1 plus 2 and 2 plus 3, sorry, 2 plus 1, that is 3 and 3, 2 plus 1 and 1 plus 2, both are the same. So what we say, commutative property, this is under addition over natural numbers, it's possible. So let's write for subtraction, it's possible. We have found this is possible, yes. For subtraction, if we see 1 minus 2 and 2 minus 1 is 1 minus 2 is minus 1, 2 minus 1 is 1, it's not possible. So we write this is no, this is no, that is what we can say, commutative property of subtraction over natural numbers, it's not possible. We have written no. So multiplication, so 1 into 2, 2 into 1, for example 1 into 2, 2 into 1, it's possible. So the both are equal, so we write yes, divide, when we divide 1 and 2, 1 divided by 2, 0.5, and 2 divided by 1 is 2, so both the signs, these are not equal, so that's the reason, let's write no. So commutative property of addition over natural numbers is possible, subtraction is not possible, and multiplication is possible, and division is not possible. So let's go to the whole numbers. Whole numbers, addition, yes, it's possible. Similarly, how we have them for natural numbers, we'll do for subtraction also. Yes, it's possible. And when we say for subtraction of whole numbers, it's not possible because 1 minus 0, 0 minus 1, and it's not possible. And we know that in only some of the cases, if we take over addition, it's possible, and sometimes it's not possible maybe. So it's not possible in all the cases. And here subtraction and all the values whatever we have taken, and we replace them, and then replace their places, and that will not be equal. There is 1 minus 0, 0 minus 1. It's not possible. So right, know that. And next one, multiplication is possible for all the whole numbers. 1 into 0, 0 into 1, 2 into 1, 1 into 2. All are possible. Yes. And then for division, it's not possible because 0 divided by 1 is 0, and 1 divided by 0, it's not possible. So it's no. Similarly, we write for integers of addition, yes, it's possible. And subtraction, yes, it's possible. When we take the example, we have done the whole numbers. Similarly, we take for example of integers, and it's possible. Multiplication, yes, it's possible. And division of integers, it's not possible because we take 1 divided by 2 and 2 divided by 1, which are not equal. So that's the reason it's not possible. No. Then we take for rational numbers under commutative property. We take 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2. This is 2 by 2 is 1. Addition is possible. Then we take subtraction. 3 by 2 minus 1 by 2 is 2 by 2 is 1. It's possible. If we take any other rational number, also it's possible. For example, we have taken, to understand easily, we have taken the fractions of these numbers. So let's multiply 3 by 2 into 1 by 2. So 3 by 2 into 1 by 2 is 3 by 4. It's a rational number. And then we divide the rational numbers. Two rational numbers, 3 by 2. Divide with 1 by 2. And then 3 by 2 into 2 by 1. When we cancel 2, we'll be getting 3. So division is also possible. And what we have understood from this is commutative property of rational numbers, and then addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. And all the four arithmetical operation is possible of rational numbers. Let's write that. So it's yes, it's possible for addition and subtraction and multiplication and division also. In all the cases it's possible. So let's go to the next property, that is associative property. We have discussed about the associative property in previous classes. Let's recall again. That is, we take any three numbers and we take any two of them as a group. That is equals to the same three numbers we take, whatever the group we have taken. The first case, except that other two numbers we take as a group, the brackets, and we simplify both using the BODMAS rule, and this, both the sides are equal, and we see it is associative property, it's applicable. So let's try for natural numbers. Associative property, let's take the three numbers 1, 2, 3, and we take the group of two numbers 1 and 2. So we add them under addition. That is the reason we have taken plus here. So 1, 2, 3. Now in this place we have taken 2 and 3 as a group, because 2 and 3 are the group in the bracket we have taken. So that we call as a group. So in this case let us take 1 and 2 as a group. 1 plus 2. So the first case LHS part 2 and 3 we have taken in group. Second case RHS part 1 and 2 we have taken as a group. So if both are equal, let's say this kind of properties, associative property and then addition. So let's verify this is equal or not. First, using the BODMAS rule, we will simplify which is in the bracket. That is 2 plus 3 is 5 plus 1. So 1 plus 2 is 3 plus 3. So let's simplify. 1 plus 5 is 6. 3 plus 3 is also 6. 6 is equal to 6 and both the sides are equal. So what we say, associative property of addition over natural numbers is applicable because we got the same result. So let's write. It is yes, it's possible. So subtraction, when we try for subtraction it's not possible because 1 minus 2 minus 3 is not equal to 1 minus 2 minus 3. So obviously it is not equal when we simplify them. So it's not possible. No. Multiplication, yes, it's possible. Division, it's not possible. We take the same example. 1 divided by 2 divided by 3 in the bracket is equals to 1 divided by 2 in the bracket divided by 2. Using the BODMAS rule, we simplify this more and then never be equal. So we have to know that. So associative property for whole numbers, the same thing. We write yes for first one and no. For subtraction and multiplication, yes. Division, no. Same as it is. What we have for natural numbers, integers we take. When we take for integers, it's possible for addition, yes. Subtraction, it's not possible, no. Multiplication is possible, yes. And division, it's not possible. Division is not possible. So let's go to the rational numbers.